We're here inside the locker room with head coach James Franklin. And coach, an exciting weekend. Now that you've had a little bit of time to look at the tape, what are some things that really jumped out to you, that areas that you saw some great improvements last week against Iowa?
I think the biggest thing, not just this past week, but really over the last couple weeks, is we're doing a great job of protecting the football on offense, which has been really helpful for us. Defensively, being able to get turnovers. Last week they had not been turning the ball over at all, so to get an interception and for Apke to get his first career interception, which was really cool. So that was probably the biggest thing. And then I thought we knew going into the game it was going to be a physical game up front on the O-line and D-line, and I thought we were able to play with a physical nature, and that was probably the biggest difference in the game.
And you just mentioned turnovers. If you look at the last 5 games, turnovers really non-existent. What can you say, broad overall, the journey has kind of been like in practice and working on getting better at protecting the football?
Just emphasizing it. We've been pretty good with decision making all year long in terms of when we throw the football. Where we had some issues is fumbling the football, pocket in the pocket from the quarterback position as well as the running backs, and we've gotten better. So it's something we stress all the time. Not really going to change when things are going well. Not going to change when we have some challenges. Just stick with the plan. Emphasize it every single day. If it's important to you, that's what you do. And fortunately, we've been able to turn the tide there.
And another thing from the Iowa game, offensive line really executing at a very high level, having to make some adjustments there on the fly. What can you say you've been impressed with from their performance?
Well, whenever you lose a guy like Andrew Nelson, and then Paris comes in and is playing really well, and then you lose Mann, and Chaz Wright comes in and plays really well. So I'm really proud of those guys. You look, Connor McGovern was freshman of the week on the offensive line, which I think that honor's only gone to an offensive lineman. A Big Ten honor like that 3 times, so the fact that he was able to get it and get it as a freshman is really cool. So I'm proud of him and all those guys.
And you and I have talked about the wide receivers in terms of their explosive plays, but what can you say about the wide receivers in terms of their ability to really improve on their downfield blocking and being able to create some exciting things around the perimeter there?
Yeah, I think the blocking has been significant for us. Whenever you're going to be an explosive offense, especially when it comes to perimeter runs and things like that, you're going to need the wide receivers to be a big part of that. I think also Mike is playing much more physical, which I think has been helpful. Not only once he catches the ball, but also blocking. So I think the combination of our tight ends and our receivers are really creating opportunities for our running backs like Saquon to get big plays.
And then switching gears a little bit, looking at Indiana, obviously coming in, playing a really quick, up-tempo style of offense. What is it about their speed that you guys are going to have to prepare for from a defensive standpoint?
Well, their head coach is one of the more respected offensive minds in college football, and has been for a number of years when he was at Oklahoma, and then now as the head coach at Indiana. So it's going to be a challenge. You look at their passing numbers, their total offense numbers, things like that. They're one of the better offenses in the Big Ten and have been. And this year is another example of that. So it's going to be a challenge for our defense. I was just in with our defensive coaches watching tape. They're taking a lot of shots down the field, doing a good job with either coming down with the ball or getting pass interference situations. So that's the biggest challenge for us. Can we get to the quarterback? Can we get some turnovers? Can we slow them down in the passing game?
And then on the other side of the ball, Indiana also bringing some strength in defending the pass, having a few key guys there. What is the plan in attacking them offensively in the pass game?
Yeah, we just have to stay balanced. Where we're difficult to defend is when we're able to get the running game going, when we're able to get Trace involved in the running game, and when we're able to protect and get shots down the field. So we just got to stay balanced. They got a lot of guys that have played a lot of football. They don't have a lot of seniors starting for them, but they got a lot of returning starters. So it's going to be a challenge. They're a good football team, plus we're playing on the road. It's always hard to win on the road in the Big Ten, so we're looking forward to the challenge.
And being on the road, what's kind of the message? Is it mostly focus? Is it bringing energy? What's the message this week to get prepared to go on the road in the Big Ten?
Yeah, sticking to our consistent plan like we always do. But one of the things that I think would be awesome is last week I asked for the fans to really show up in full force at home, and they did. It was unbelievable. It almost looked like a whiteout. So that was great, and I want to thank all the fans for that. But for us to take the next step is can we do that on the road? We got alumni and former Letterman and fans all over the country. So if we could get a great showing and get support in that stadium on the road, that would be really helpful for us. So that and us just sticking to our process and our routine and how we do things. We got a young team who's maturing and gaining confidence each week. That could be something special, and that could be a difference in the game.
Thank you so much, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.